LiTime catch and cook video. 50 amp hour battery, and I thought how better to give this a little run than to go fishing. So I'm at a buddy's camp, borrowed a boat, and I'm gonna hook up this battery. I've had it sitting on this 40-watt solar panel for days at my house, waiting for a chance to come out here. We've had a lot of thunderstorm activity lately, but today's a beautiful day. Beautiful day to be on the water in a sun protection shirt. So let's go. Negative side on the negative side. Positive side on the positive side. And just for good measure, I think I'm going to keep those terminal covers. I think I'm going to keep this solar panel connected, so we're trickle charging as we go. It's the kind of day that we can make a lot of power. Amazing. You tangle up all my cords? Did you? Okay. Positive. Negative. And we are connected. So we'll set that over there, set that on the side, put this in the bucket, put that away, bucket, just right there, I guess. Now, I love how quiet these motors are. Alright, I guess we're gonna explore this lake. Get this lure out here, we'll listen to Ziggy panting. Alright, if you're interested to know anything about this, what is this? The Min Code of 40-pound thrust. This is like a 13 foot aluminum boat, 50 amp hour battery. I've got power coming in on the panels and power going out from the battery to the motor. And I think if we're trolling, we want to go on the second speed. We got one, Ziggy. We got one. What have we got? Oh, something jumped off. Nope, still there. It's oh, I actually didn't get a close look at that. I think it was a rock bass. Let's try again. There's a bass. Oh, it's got a little bit of weight to it. Whoa, keep the line tight. Oh, busted off, even after I sharpened everything up. The wind is really catching the boat. Really catching the boat. And I decided I'm going to switch up my lure. Since I've seemed to be hooking into bass, I'm going to switch to a lure that catches a lot of bass and pike for me, and that's this Mepps Black Fury. Has not yet failed me. Let's see if we can fight the wind here a little bit. Alright, let's see how this guy does. Even though it's, I have to replace the treble hook on this one, but at least the two that are on there are sharp. I had another little one on and it shook off. We'll just keep trying. Got a jumper here, Ziggy. You're right in my way. You're right in my way, aren't you? I have to use the net for this guy, I think. Oh, he's coming up for another jump. Good. Oh yeah, there it is. Whew. That's hard on the arm. Look at that. That is a nice bass, too. Hey, Ziggy, what do you think? Is that a nice bass or what? Yeah, it is. I got so much twist in my line. Let's get a closer look at that. Hey, let's look at that bass. Nice one. You're really in the way. Hey, you're just really in the way here. There, so even though I'm missing one of my treble, still got this guy. Let's see if we can fix up our view here. Hey, Ziggy, how about if you just get out of the way? There it is. Hey, nice bass for a bass and catch and cook. Huh? I don't know what that is. Maybe a 1.5, 2 pound bass. It's a good eating size there. I do really like how quiet this motor is. I have a tinny boat that I found. I've probably mentioned it before on this channel, but I think what I'd like to do is make a bracket up in the bow and have it set up so I can just slot in my portable 100 watt panel, and then probably run this LiTime 50 amp hour battery or my other LiTime 100 amp hour battery on that. So just have it set up so it's always charging, but then when I'm on the water, it's trickle charging even while I'm on the water. And the ideal spot for that boat would be at my family's off-grid camp, where I can get out and fish for walleye just nearby. Or the other thing is that we control for lake trout there, so that would also be a pretty good setup for that. I just have to save up some spare pennies, and then the next time I'm at Cabela's Bass Pro, I'm going to pick up one of these Minn Kota motors, and I have a boat trailer that I have to fix up a little bit, but those are kind of my only holdups to getting that project off the ground and into the water. Hey, that's the kindling. Leave it. Leave it. So this is a clay bake oven. My mom built this with the assistance of a workshop leader. And I haven't used it in a really long time. Leave it. But I thought we could do some surf, turf, and from the earth. Got that bass. I have a steak. And I have wild mushrooms, fresh wild mushrooms. I thought maybe I would chop those up with an onion. Hey, leave it. And tinfoil that up. We'll got that fish, set it on here, put the steak on. I think we'll be able to get all three of those items on this pan. But the first thing we have to do is get this oven heated up. So we're gonna make a fire. So the idea about how these work is that the clay is a heat sink for all the heat. So you get this all heated up and then you put your food in, close the door, and it's just going to cook from the residual heat in there. They're great for doing pizzas and things. This little ledge here. What I'm going to try and do is bake this guy with the scales on, and then peel the skin off when it's done. Gills out of here. That's what I wanted. Gills and everything, all in one shot. And just going to throw this right on there like that. We want to get a little more coal built up in there. For heat retention. Just get a few more sticks going. Some of these are little pieces of oak. I had a big spruce tree fall and damage a nice oak, and anyway, I salvaged a few pieces for firewood. Cut up an onion. Sounds like the crows want a little bit of this surf, turf, and from the earth meal. Surf, turf, from the earth, and a little bit of Cabela's whiskey steak spice. It's good stuff. It's my second favorite after the garlic parmesan spice. That's the one I have to hide from my kids when they use it up on me. Okay. I'm going to shred these mushrooms up a little bit. Sorry, I got my back to you. So these are chanterelles. I'm going to pull those apart. Let's have a look at this here. Here's what we got. Okay, we got the clay oven. We got, where do I put this where the dog doesn't get at it? Got that. Got the whiskey steak, right? So these mushrooms have got yellow chanterelles, black chanterelles, the horn of plenty, and there's a few small winter chanterelles mixed in here somewhere too, and then a chopped up onion. Where's that fish? Oh, it's kind of behind everything. Anyway, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. What do you think, Ziggy? A feast to share with a dog or no? Oh, you were good in the boat today, though. You were mostly good. You kind of got in the way of the camera a few times, but... sealed up. Okay, what I don't have is a poker. Let's take that one off. Whew. It's a bit too hot to hold. Okay, we're just going to let that burn down a bit, and then we'll throw this food in. Oh yeah, whiskey steak. There it is. Change of plans. The steak has now become a pork chop because Ziggy stole my steak. Anyway, she's wearing it around her collar now and hopefully learning a little lesson about it. while this was warming up, I went to, I have a 400-foot raspberry patch, 400 feet of rows, so I was picking in there. She came up with me, but then she snuck off, and I caught her down here with steak. So, anyway, we're gonna push these coals. Ooh, it's hot in there. We're gonna push all that to the back, and we're gonna put this in here, and we'll just seal it up for a bit. I have, what does this do? Yeah, it's an oven thermometer. I guess we can shove that in there. Ooh, it's too hot to keep my hand in there. It's hot. Let's see what's cooking. What are we at here? 250 degrees. That's not super warm. Not super warm. This Chef Temps X10. I reviewed this a really long time ago up in the sugar bush, and I just have to say that this is an item that I use almost daily. My pork chop is at 122 degrees almost daily, and really happy to have it. The fish is at 140. The mushrooms and the onions are not really cooked, but I'm going to put them maybe directly on the coals in the back. I'll leave them in there for a bit. Get that pork chop warmed back up, and we'll come and do another check in a few minutes, maybe in like 15 minutes. Oh, cooled down in there, that's a problem, I guess. Like I said, it's been a few years since I've run it, and I guess the trick would have been to burn wood in it for longer to make sure that it came up to temperature. The pork's at 130 and the fish is at 150, which is done enough for me. And then those mushrooms, they're still sitting on coals. Oh yeah, they kind of cooked up. The onions are pretty much cooked. You can feel the heat coming off of them. It's good. That's good. Okay, this fish, I was imagining, oh yeah, almost. I was imagining that it would just peel off, just like that. I'll bring you in closer, you'll see how the skin's just peeling away from it. So, notice how that skin, with the scales on, it just baked right off of the flesh. So a good trick would have been to maybe stuff the cavity with something, but here goes. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, it's pretty good. Where's my knife? Obviously I didn't catch this pork chop, but I bet you it's going to be yummy too. Yeah, it pretty much cooked through. Am I right? Well, pretty good stuff. Okay, well there you have it. A little clay oven catch and cook, surf, turf, and from the earth. Mushrooms, right? From the earth. Pretty excited that mushroom season's here. And got a little bit of summer left, but definitely looking forward to the fall hunting season and that overlap between fishing and hunting, and a couple other projects on the go. So I'll be putting out some more videos, don't you worry. And I'll catch you on the next one, YouTube.